Recorded Books and RB Digital present Dream Magic by Joshua Kahn, with illustrations by Ben Hibben. Narrated by Ramón de Ocampo. This thing of darkness I acknowledge mine. From The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Castle Gloom. Chapter 1. "Trolls did this," said Wade. "Anyone can see that." "Can they?" Stepping lightly on the snow, Thorn picked his way over the rubble that had once been a farmhouse, his bow ready with an arrow nocked. He breathed slowly and deeply, ignoring the white mist emerging from between his lips, scanning ahead for any troll-sized trouble. But the closer he got, the more he realized they were too late. The morning snowfall sprinkled the broken wooden fence and the trampled chicken coop. A feeble thread of smoke still rose out of the chimney, but there were two other big, fresh holes in the thatched roof. The rest of the patrol, all squires like him and Wade, were cautiously spreading out across Pitch Farm. 20 boys, with hands tight around spear shafts and bows and thickly wrapped in their black wool cloaks and whatever armor that fit. A few searched the shed at the edge of the trees. Another was poking his head into an empty dog kennel. Wade pointed to the roof. "Give me a leg up?" "Get up yourself, it ain't high." Wade gave a long, theatrical sigh. "I'm not a forest-born sprite like you, Thorn. And how long have you been a squire, exactly?" Thorn knew where this conversation was going. 3 months. Wade grinned. "I've been a squire 3 years, and I was a page for the 3 before that. Remind me, how old are you?" 12, Thorn replied sullenly. "A mere 12. Wade stroked the few strands of hair on his chin, which he proudly referred to as his beard. "I, on the other hand, am 13. Face it, young Thorn, I'm superior to you in all things, ways, and matters, so you have to do what I say." "Is that right?" "Sadly it is. I don't write the rules, and even if I did, you couldn't read them, could you?" Thorn glared at his roommate. His lack of progress in learning his letters was a sore point. "You know I'm going to snip those chin hairs off when you're asleep, don't you?" Wade laughed. "Anyway, you've got that brutish strength all peasants are famous for, and a flat head for me to rest my foot on as I climb." "My head is not flat." Wade waited. "Well?" Thorn scowled, then leaned against the wall and cupped his hands. "Just get up there." Wade grabbed the edge of the low roof and pulled himself up, using Thorn's shoulder, not his head, as an extra step. He grunted with the last push and knocked a slab of snow right onto Thorn. "Oops." Thorn gritted his teeth and tried to ignore the freezing snow now sliding down his back. "No problem. We peasants are famous not just for our brutish strength, but also our hardiness." Anyway, Wade had no right acting all high and mighty. His mom was a fisherwoman, making him just as common as Thorn. Still, Wade had been a squire a long time. He could use a knife and fork properly, vault onto a horse while wearing armor, and read and write more than just his name. And Wade could dance. Really well. Thorn danced like he was trampling spiders. The dancing master had burst into tears and sworn to kill himself if Thorn dared to attend another lesson ever again. None of this stuff, the jousting, the dancing, the reading and writing, mattered back in his home by Hearn's Forest. What mattered there was being able to shoot a bow and trap a rabbit, and knowing the difference between wolf tracks and those left by sheep. But this was Gehenna. Gehenna, a country of nightmares. How many nights had his parents told him stories about the ghosts and ghouls that walked the bleak moors of the land of darkness?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?